Warning: the following material may contain adult material, so viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody out there in video game land and of course animation land. I be Michael Hurdle, better known as the Great Akuma in your asshole boy. That's how the Jamaicans and the Bayesian people be saying it. And thank you for watching the show. This is first of all, I'd like to thank Brooklyn Free Speech Television for letting me rock on your network. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling it. And of course, Brooklyn Free Speech Television, as always, you're welcome for such great content. I should be getting an award for this. That's how awesome I am. Hi, Mom. Love you. Love my mom. I don't care. I'll say it right here. Hi, Mom. Hi, Grandma. How you doing? What's going on? Oh, gosh, your knees still hurting you, boy? Oh, man. You calling Accessoride, driving you everywhere. Grandma, you fly, yo. Accessoride is like the old people's limo. That was stupid. Anyway, so if you know me, in my past episodes, I've built a record city. I call it Turntable City because when I said record city, people didn't really understand because a lot of people didn't know what a record is. It can mean like a court record, but you know, some people are stupid like that, right? So I called it Turntable City. I shouldn't say stupid. I apologize to the people calling you stupid. I mean like uneducated. How's that sound? You want some cherry on top of it too? Anyway, so let me stop being a goofball. I'll just be goofing off. So if you look at this right here, make sure I'm recording. I don't want to be doing this for no reason. Once upon a time, I recorded an entire show from beginning to end, and it was the most awesome show I've ever recorded. And then when I discovered after I hit stop, I didn't hit record. So I just practiced for a whole half an hour. Do you know how difficult it is to find out that you recorded such a great show? No one sees it but you and God, or whoever you believe in. And then you discovered that you didn't hit record and then have to now do another 30-minute show knowing that you just did something awesome and you spent a half an hour. It hurts. Trust me, I've been through it several times. That's why I do test records before I start the show. Like, there's a whole bunch of behind the scenes. I am more of the behind the scenes guy. This is why when you guys used to tune into this show for video games, I play the video games. Look, I'm just fly on whatever, put my hand upon, you know what I mean? Put my hand on it, it just turned into gold. Those of you who know me, you know you agree with it. Half of the time you be like, damn, Mike, if it wasn't for you, you're welcome. And don't worry, you don't have to worry about me rubbing it in your face because I'm not that kind of reproachful person. I'm a nice guy, genuine, you know? All this animation that you see me do, I do it for free, son. So, I lost my train of thought because I was busy yapping away, but it's okay. We can move forward. This is Turntable City that I was working on, and when you looked at the full animation, you saw it had sound effects and everything in there. And let me just go back to it just in case you didn't see the past episodes. If you did not see any of the past episodes, I would highly recommend you guys going to michaelhurdle.com and checking out my Facebook page. What I did is that I just rerouted it to my Facebook page because why build a website? Why build a website when you have a Facebook and YouTube? That's all I really want to do. I just want people to see my information, see who I am. The Facebook page has an about me. So if you need to contact me, you can send me an email. Facebook.com/MichaelHurdleStudio. But take away the E at the end. I'm so sorry for that. I messed that up. I wasn't even paying attention. But don't worry about it. I wouldn't even tell you to go to Facebook.com/whatever. Just go to MichaelHurdle.com. It's easier to remember. And it will take you to the Facebook page. And you'll see this animation as the background, as the wall or whatever. I'm not really a Facebooker, but I gets around on it, you know. I'd be busy doing this stuff here. Yes, I know you like the soothe sound of my voice. It's my voice too, but it's this microphone. You got to pick the good microphone. See, what my show is about, in case you didn't know what it was, it's a Michael Hurdle show. I'm Michael Hurdle. So whatever I show you is basically what I showed you. So I like creativity. I like to be unique. And what happens is when you're not unique, you're just a crowd follower. And I've always been a crowd follower all my life. All my life, I've always followed the crowd. Yes, I was the last dude to get picked when they were playing softball or when they were playing dodgeball. I was the guy who it was either me or the other guy, and then they chose the other guy, and then it's like, okay, fine, you might as well go on, because I was on their team by default, on the handball court and everything. Nobody liked me for anything. I couldn't play basketball for anything. I couldn't play football. I was too short and I was too skinny. So they used to, you imagine a short, skinny dude with no type of strength or skills on a football field with a bunch of monsters. Brutal. Head injuries, man. I'm surprised I'm still normal. Whatever's left of normal here. Anyway, so let me stop yapping away because I'm just keep going forward. Okay, so back to Turntable City. So when you see the city erect out of the turntable, I put like a thunder sound effect in it. The music that's playing in the background when you saw the animation, the music was cut differently. The artist Abu Valor, he went to his own studio. He took care of that on his own. He just gave me the final MP3. And I can put all this stuff into this program. I love this program. It's called Autodesk Maya. You can go online to autodesk.com and you can and look for it. It's called Maya. I'm using an older version because a new version is just too advanced for me at this point. And you can get the trial version, and they give you like a 30-day trial. You can mess with it, play around with it. I tell you, if you are creative, if you like stuff like this, venture into Maya. If you like to mind F yourself. When I say F, I mean the UCK. I'm not trying to curse because I hate bleeping it out. I just want people to hear the curse words. Why bleep it out? But of course, I think differently from most people here. I forgot where I was with this. But anyway, it wasn't important. It was probably me trying to make a stupid joke. And all the sound effects that was added to this was added in a separate program. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this now, because the animation program is mostly for animation. It does some sound, but most likely it's made for what it is, you know, putting blocks and stuff together, making effects and all that kind of stuff. What I had to do now is I had to go into another program, which is this program here. I use Adobe Premiere. I love all of Adobe's products. For most of you who are not into this, the only thing you know about Adobe is the Flash player or probably the reader, because you want to read your PDFs or whatever, you book readers. So that's the only thing. But if you really know about Adobe, they are, to me, one of the best that when it comes to media, digital software, After Effects, and all that kind of stuff, when it comes to like creative stuff. So this program right here is Adobe Premiere. And what I did, excuse me for a minute, I have to look on another screen and see what time I have. Because, you know, Brooklyn Free Speech, they love you, boy, but they will click. You be like, thank you for show you an advertisement. Be like, damn, no respect. No, you should have edited your stuff right. All right, you get it together, producers. All right. If your show cuts off in the middle of you talking, you're not editing properly. You're not finding out what you need to do. So this program here will help you do that. I got about 8 minutes in, and pardon me, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I'm a director, editor, cameraman, everything in one. That's why you see such a great show. Just 5 dudes in one, you know what I mean, son? And I'm still fly. Grew up in Brooklyn. Yes, black people can do this stuff. We're amazing when we put our minds to it. When we put our minds to it. So, what I did in this 3D program here is that when I rendered it out into a full animation, I rendered it out as a JPEG sequence. Like I said before, the client wanted about 30-second animation. So the 30-second animation, like I said before, if you do 24 frames a second, which is, you know, nice and what they use for film and on the internet, and of course television now, because most of the televisions are progressive or smart TVs or anything. What they do is they use the progression. So what they let me find where I was going with that. Completely lost where I was going. Oh, so anyway, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the animation as I'm talking to you, and it's throwing me off. Okay, I need something blank. I'm sorry. So let me re-grease myself and get back to what I was saying originally. Yeah, 24 frames a second, and he needed 30 seconds. So if I added it up, 24 frames a second, if I did a 30-second slot, would be 720 frames. So when I calculated it, it came up to 30 seconds exactly. But back before, when I used to use animation, when I didn't know anything about it completely, what I did is I did a little small animation, and then I put together I put it together as a movie. I rendered it out as a movie. Big mistake rendering your final animation out as a full movie. What happened to me is I was rendering a nice piece of animation out. It probably took about 2 days to render because I had a really crappy computer. That's when I was in Rent-A-Center renting computers. That's a long time ago. Rent-A-Center first came out. Don't rent from Rent-A-Center. You're wasting your money. Anyway, and I was rendering like that. And what happened is that something happened to the computer. I don't know what happened. The computer cut off. So after I rebooted the computer and I went back to that MOV file, it's a movie file that plays in QuickTime. It said corrupt and it wouldn't work. And I kid you not, it was about 90% in before it was 10 more percent and it was finished rendering. And I realized that if you render out as a sequence, so let's just say you had a 720 frame, what happens is if your computer cuts off in, like, let's say frame 420, you still have whatever was rendered out as an image sequence. Let me see if I can pull it up for you, for those of you who may not understand where I'm coming from, because, you know, this stuff seems like Chinese arithmetic, as some people would say. So let me look for my Maya projects file. Excuse me while I look at this. And I put everything in order. When you animate or do any type of filming, or you do any type of video editing or anything when it comes to media, you better have those files organized. Because if you don't have those files organized, you are going to be wasting time renaming and looking for stuff that you can't find that you didn't rename. Trust me, I know. Anyway, so let's go here. Back into Abu Velour's project. I render everything out into the image folder. Where is that? Okay. So as you can see here, let me see if I can make it a little bigger. And yes, that was a British accent. Sometimes I do that for no bloody reason. Right? You have this image sequence here. So when you open up the viewer, it just shows you. Let me close it so you guys can see this better. When you open up the viewer, and you click next, it'll just show you frame by frame. So what it's really doing is just showing you a snapshot of each one all the way down. So if you scroll, when you look at it, it's actually playing the animation, but you can't see it on the screen because it's too small. Because, you know, the people who are in charge of Brooklyn Free Speech Television, they don't want to give them HD yet. I guess they throw them on a back burner. Come on, man. Don't you think Brooklyn Free Speech Television deserves the HD, right? Whoever's in charge of owning the HD and makes the decisions, you need to give Brooklyn Free Speech Television an HD signal. Don't put them on the back burner. Yo, those dudes down there at the station, they work hard. Trust me, and that renovation in there, beautiful. They doing great things, man. Trust me. I mean, I shouldn't say to go down there and hang out with them, because I'm not good at that. Because I'm not really good at interacting with people. That's my problem. Because I'm kind of not liking people anymore like I used to. Some of them get on my damn nerves. That's why I try to stay away from people face to face unless you vibing with me. But you know, if you don't give a damn, you can go down there to Brooklyn Free Speech Television, downtown Brooklyn, I think on Fulton Street, and hang out there. It's a cool place, yo. That's right. Gave them a plug. So what? I like them. All right, so where's my word? So that's what the sequence image looks like in a nutshell. Back to this program. So now back in Maya, let me go back to Premiere. So now what I like about Adobe Premiere, whichever version, I think I have version, let me see, I think I have version C, not CS6, I think I have CC for Creative Cloud. That's the good version I have. And excuse me while I drink some water in your ear. I'm a little parched. So, back to what I was saying. With Adobe Premiere, I can import an image sequence. So, let me see where I'm going to put this. I'm just going to import it regularly. That's what I'm going to do. Make sure my time is looking right. All right, good. I'm going to import the... See, now, if you look at the screen right now, you can clearly see it's more like it's showing you the image sequence. And let me see if I can show you guys, because I got to do all this mastery. There we go. So let's just say I clicked on, I called it Record City at the time, 001, meaning the image sequence, .jpeg, which is an image file which we all use for images and put our pictures up on the internet. So you use JPEGs mostly all the time. And it's a little lighter in weight when it comes to size, so you can share it better. That's what, to me, JPEG is. It's like compressed, really compressed. You just get what you see, or see what you get. But the best thing about Adobe Premiere CC is right here on the bottom. You see where it says image sequence. So it'll help you, because back in the days when I first was using when I had an Apple and I was using Final Cut Pro, they didn't have that mechanism in there, not that I knew of. And to import an image sequence, you would have to go onto your timeline and tell your timeline play any, or go into your settings and tell it to play any image sequence as a second interval. and then you have to do a whole bunch of extra calculating. In Adobe Premiere CC, I'm sure Apple has changed that by now, so don't quote me on that. It was many moons ago. But in Adobe Premiere CC, it gives you the ability to click on the first one, and as long as you click on image sequence and you push open, what it'll do, it'll bring the movie in as one file. See? Back before, you would have to, if you had 1,000 image sequence, you would have to make a folder and put the whole 1,000 images in there and just drag the whole 1,000 to the timeline. That was so time consuming. But now, now as you can see, it says Record City 001, and it says .jpeg. But if you double click on it, right, and then you rewind it, then it plays out the entire, it plays out the entire sequence. You don't hear any sound. You don't hear anything because, like I said before, the sound was added later. So this is what this episode is. People have been asking me, how did you add the sound? Did you add it in the animation, or did you add it somewhere else? And the question and the answer is, I added it somewhere else. I added it with Adobe Premiere CC. You can use any version of Adobe Premiere. And once you go on to adobe.com, once again, they'll give you a trial version that you can play around with it. For those of you who are on Brooklyn Free Speech Television and you're a producer and you do not know how to edit, you're doing yourself a great injustice, because when you rely on someone else to edit your stuff, then you're at their mercy. I used to be that guy. That's why I learned to edit, because I was like, you know what? I can't really rely on this person because they're doing their own thing, you know, and they're busy, and sometimes, you know, I ain't have the money to give them. So I've been asking them. And of course, when you're not paying people, nobody's going to want to help you out too tough unless they just really give a damn. That's the truth, right? So learn to edit. There's so many videos on YouTube. YouTube ain't just for pure garbage and stupidity and fun stuff and crazy stuff and all types of incredible stuff. There's tons of learning equipment on YouTube. I mean, learning in videos on YouTube that you can download, and there's a bunch of YouTube downloaders. You can copy it to your hard drive. I found actual entire digital tutor courses on YouTube. I'm surprised Digital Tutor didn't sue the people. I'm talking about a 2-hour course. I downloaded the whole thing. I don't care. A big person put it on YouTube, and they had the nerve to give you the files with it in the description. This person, I was like, thank you, Lord, for this person. So, back to this. This is Adobe Premiere. What I do is, this is the viewer window here, in case you guys don't know. This is the viewer window here. This is where you view anything in this little container here. This little container here, or this little area, as I should say, will anything you double click on here, well, this is a missing file, so it's not going to show you. And what's this? And this is me editing my show. This is how I edit my show, and you know, I go in like this and stuff like that. So it shows you whatever's here. Okay, so let's just go back to here. So that's what I mean. As simple as this can be. And whatever you have here, now you can drag it to here. And when you drag it to your timeline, whatever you show in your timeline will now show on the window to your right. So this is just for viewing, and this is for your timeline. So it's just two different elements next to each other working in sync. I know I'm fly. Okay? Shoo. I'll be bugging. I'm just full of myself. I'm just educated. This is what happens when you educate yourself. You can do stuff. I always encourage all these young children to educate themselves in something. You know, because they ain't building on new youth centers. Shoot, they ain't building on new parks. They're not building too many places where the young children can go hang out and stay out of trouble. No, they're trying to take that away. I wonder why. Better ask yourself them questions, yo. Back to this. I'll be stranded. I'll be going all over the place. I'll be having too much things in my mind. So the sound was not a part of the animation. I had to go online and do some real serious hunting. Let me check my time. All right, I'm 18 minutes in. I had to go online and do so much searching for sound files because let me see if I can find here. Like, all right, so I went online. The first sound effect I found was the record player scratchy sound. Let's see if we can play it. You hear that? That's all. Remember that old record player sound? Right when you put the needle on the record player and it's moving, it has a little wobble to it, like, and then the song come on, right? So I had to go find that first, right? So then let's see what other sound effect I have here that's available. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back to the one I used. That's the switch. See? So what I had to do then, there's a sound effect library that you can find. You have to go hunting. I'm telling you, got to put some work into that because they scattered everywhere. If you don't want to pay for it like me, all right? Because those sound libraries cost mad bread. We talking about $200-300 for a good one, you know. So you're gonna be paying some money. I would like to pay for it, but let's face it, I'm on Brooklyn Free Speech Television. I have a show here. I'm not making any money doing this at all. People may say, you're making money. I'm not making any money. I'm just doing this for the hell of it, for fun. I'm just interacting with you because you cool like that. You watching me. Thank you for watching me. If I could shake your hand, I could shake it through the screen, but I can't, so I'll just give you a dap. I give you a digital dap. So, anyway, that was stupid. Anyway, so you have to go online. Back to what I was saying. You have to go online and you have to look for those sound effects. And I tell you, the free ones online, you can find them. They're there. You just have to look for them, and you have to go through some. But it'll make you go through the mud. It's like going through boot camp because you're like, damn, yo, I had to go through the trenches to get these sound effects. And then when I start making some money, I will buy these programs. When I start making some serious money, I will purchase the sound library that costs $300 because it's for a project that someone is paying me for. So you got to invest into your own company. But until then, we're going to go on YouTube and get the YouTube downloader and download all the sound effects. It's there available for you. Do your homework, soldier. Video editing soldiers is what I'm going to call you. All right. So in the window to your right, we're going to reverse it. We're going to push play. It's going to go down. Click. There's no click though, because the click is over here to your left. I'm going to drag just the audio over. And I'm going to have to zoom in because, man, this thing is mad short. Okay, let me just go here. All right, so let's see if it syncs. Okay, that didn't work. I want it to go as soon as it get like to the middle, I want it to click over. Let's see if it works now. No, the click came in too late. So that means the click is starting too late, too soon. No, it's starting too late. So I'm going to put the end point right where it starts. And now I'm going to get rid of this old one. I don't even know if I get rid of it. Yeah, I lose it. So I'm going to put it back. All right. Let's see where it starts now. All right. So we know I have a Shuttle Pro here. I don't know if I can show it to you. Yeah, there we go. This thing will be a lifesaver. Lifesaver. Get one of these. It's $99. If you're an editor, yo, you can jog. See, you can jog back and forth with the spin. If you want to go fast, you can go fast. You can rewind it. It's pressure sensitive. It's a Shuttle Pro. Who makes it? It's a Shuttle Pro. Go online. I think Contour Design makes it. I'm not too sure. Get yourself one of these joints, man. Yeah, Contour Design. I remember. I had this thing for years. This thing is still in pristine condition. Look at this, yo. Then I could go frame by frame. I'm trying to look at what I'm doing here. So, but back to what I was saying. So you need a Shuttle Pro, man, because if you're an editor, man, do yourself, invest into yourself, yo. I try my best to invest. If somebody pay me for something, I buy something for what I need. I don't just go ahead and buy McDonald's, because no. So let me stop yapping because I only got a few minutes left, and I want you to at least see some of it. Let's see. All right, so we know it starts here. Let's rewind it a little bit. Okay, it starts there. So I'm going to put the endpoint there. Right? And then wherever this click, I'm going to put the sound right there. So let's see. All right, we're going to leave it like that. All right, so now that's just a click sound. There is a mechanical sound that goes at the end, but I don't know where the file is, and I don't want to waste my little bit of minutes looking for it. So we'll skip that. We'll skip where it goes because you've seen it before. But then, if you really look at it, let's play it again. Let's play this. You see the head goes up. I mean, the holder goes up. But look, the record is already playing, so we need to put that scratchy sound. So I want it to. You see, like I do the Shuttle Pro, and I go by frame, and when I see it get right to where it touches the record player, then what I do is that I know that's where I want that scratchy sound to be, that old scratchy sound. So I'm gonna throw it right there, that sound effect. So now let's rewind the whole thing and play it from jump and see what happens. Click. Then we want to forget the sound effect. Yeah, see, that's it, right? That's it, son. That's it. So you got that. Now see if you can hear it, right? That sound is too loud. I don't want it to be too loud. So just, you know, what you do is you get into your your audio gain, and I think I'm going to put that to a -6. Let's see how it sounds. I just want it to be, I want you to hear it, but I don't want it to like mess your ears up. That's disrespectful. Still too loud. We're gonna have to bring it down some more. So right now we got a -6. So if we throw another -6 on there, it's gonna be -12 in total. That should do it. I don't think it should be any lower than that. See, that's decent. That's decent. See, look right here on the side to your right. You see that it's going up to 12 decibels? That's where I want it to be. All right? Because that's where I feel comfortable, as my grandmother then was saying. Let me look at my time. I only got a little bit of time. I wish I could show you some more. So then, all right, so I probably got enough time to just throw in audio. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use one of my favorite songs, because I think you heard it in one of my, let me see. Where are you? I only got a few minutes. Come on. Sorry. All right, you know what? 9 Inch Nails. Let's use that. I like 9 Inch Nails. So what? Judge me? Shoo. You dare judge me for liking 9 Inch Nails. Damn right. And I said it. So right now we have the, if you rewind it to the beginning, click. That's what we want. We have the scratchy sound. So now 9 Inch Nails, I'm going to put, let me see where they start off at. All right, that's good enough for me. I'm going to put a out point, because I don't want the whole thing. And then I'm going to drag it so it won't take up the whole timeline. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shuttle back. Where I want it to start playing, I want 9 Inch Nails to start playing right after I hit a scratchy. Right, so that's a little scratchy. So now I can start it right here. And then let's go back to the beginning. Let's see if we play it from the beginning. Click. Scratchy. Music. What's up? You hear that? That's some fly-ish. Come on, you can't front. Can't front. All right, and the animation is over. The animation. I got a little carried away. I love that track. I'm becoming less defined as days go by. So what? I like 9 Inch Nails. Big deal. I'm just saving my project real quick. So that's pretty much it. How I added sound effects to my project. And remember, you can always go reduce the sound if it's too loud for you. I would always check this meter here on the right. That'll save your life. I like that. I like that. My name is Michael Hurdle from MichaelHurdle.com, son. What you talk about? I'm gonna go out like that, yo. I'm gonna go out just like that. I could be hood, but I could be professional too. It exists in the same body. And I'm just a regular nobody. So if I could do it, you can too. Let's try one more time. I only got a few minutes here. My name is Michael Hurdle from MichaelHurdle.com. You can always check me on Facebook.com, MichaelHurdle.com, or SaltyGamers.com. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Shout out to my mom. We all, you know, we black. We got to give shout outs. And if you a director or you a producer on Brooklyn Free Speech Television, yo, edit properly. Put your stuff together right. Because people are watching it. And if you produce garbage, then guess what? They're going to look at your stuff as garbage. All right? Get it together. All right. Thank you so much for watching the show. I'm Michael Hurdle from MichaelHurdle.com. And if I had a short sleeve shirt on, I would show you these beautiful muscles. But you're going to have to wait till next week. See you later. I'm going to finish up. I'm becoming less defined as days go by, fading away. Well, you might say I'm losing focus.